Robin, and I'm one time per month presenting a phenomenal person, a phenomenal woman on the Phenomenal live stream. The live stream for independent and self-employed women or for ones who want to become one. So today, Aris Guzman is here. She's self-employed, she's a phenomenal of course, and she launched her own cookbook. So really cool that you're here. Usually también podemos hablar español, ¿no?
Sí, claro que sí.
So yeah, today we can speak Spanish. If you have Spanish questions today, you try out. And Aris Guzman. Do I pronounce it correct? Guzman?
Guzman.
Guzman, sí, con el acento, por supuesto, Guzman. Yeah, who are you and where do you come from?
Thank you, Yasmin, for having me here. I am Aris Guzman. I'm a vegan chef since almost 11 years. I grew up in the Dominican Republic, but I am living in Switzerland since over 20 years. Yes.
So you grew up in the Dominican Republic. How old were you when you came to Switzerland?
I was 11, almost 12 years when I came here.
Was it a little bit cold, like when you come from this, like warm and I would say party country? You know, this was one of my first countries I fell in love, Dominican Republic. So when you came here, like how was it for you as a 12-year-old?
Well, actually, the snow was quite interesting because it was the first time in my life that I saw snow. What was really hard was to see this darkness, especially during the winter when it's at 5 o'clock dark. It's always like I'm not getting used to it.
Me as a Swiss, I also understand, even though I grew up like this, but yeah, and I mean there also you have the music all the time, the people laughing all the time, and yeah, when here it gets dark, the people are a little bit more, you know,
the people are different. This was quite interesting, but what was the hardest was to learn German. Like the language is so totally different from Spanish, so that was really difficult, yeah.
And so mean that now we're talking in English, but now that you can speak German, right? But
Leider nicht.
But you know, the thing is we also have like our Asian audience, the Chinese. There are about 40,000 people usually watching our stream, so that's why we do it in English. Do you have brothers or sisters, or do you have a sibling with whom you grew up?
Yes, I came with my sister. I have one sister, yeah.
One sister, okay. Yeah, because you know, I was wondering because you started to become a chef. This is a male-dominated working environment. And when I met you, you told me, because I asked, how was it for you to go in a male-dominating working environment? And then he said, yeah, well, I mean, I come from the Dominican Republic. There is also a little bit like this. So when you grew up, how did you live with that? Or what did you, experiment? Or did something happen? Or, you know, like, how did you deal with that you say, I was ready for the kitchen because, you know, I'm coming from Dominican Republic?
Yeah, I'd always found it like a little bit unfair as a child when only the girls had to do the cleaning, the laundry, like everything, and the male were sitting around or just doing whatever they wanted.
Playing domino. Playing domino the whole day.
Playing domino, drinking rum. So I always kind of found it very unfair, to be honest. But I learned to deal with it. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And what I also found interesting that you said here, because I said, yeah, in Switzerland maybe it's different, and then you said, well, basically in Switzerland is also the machismo is also here. It's just not that visible.
Yeah, it's a little bit hidden. Like they won't never told you something in front of your face, like you are a woman or something. But you notice it. You notice it sometimes. Yeah, I did notice it.
Where did you mostly notice it?
Well, in the kitchen, there were several situations where they just didn't take you seriously because you're a woman, or always making fun of women having their period or
Really?
yeah.
Oh my God! If they
Like,
want, they can have it.
please don't touch the Hollandaise because you know when a woman has a period, it's gonna like get
Red.
yeah.
Oh wow! What a creative
yeah, red.
sentence. Oh, so I have the period today because I'm dressing in red. Eh? But you know, you should always tell the man, I have the period, so lucky you, you're not becoming a father, right? So. No, yeah, I mean, I also work in the kitchen. I know they mostly need to talk about sex, and then you know we had a sausage like a foie gras, and then I needed to clean it, and you need to clean it like this. And of course, when I did that, everyone was looking how I'm cleaning this stupid sausage. And then you know the one chef, he was about 45. He had 2 daughters, I think 3 and 5. And then seriously, and all were looking. I said, "Can you imagine your daughter one day is doing that?" He's like, "Hey, don't include my daughters." I'm like, "Yeah, this is how it is then." And then they stopped. It's like, okay, you just need to attack on the children. It's sad, but it
That's
helped.
clever. Yeah.
Right? Did you have other things that you needed to deal with being a woman in the kitchen, like not only like the period things, but also, I don't know, like did you need to like fight? You're not the one also cleaning in the kitchen, that you're gonna cook and I can do this, or you know that they were like, "Yeah, come on, girl, we cook it. You look or you watch."
There were like several experiences in the kitchen. During my apprenticeship, I also made like a very bad experience, like kind of sort of harassment, so that I had to talk to my boss about it. It was very difficult because he talked to this person, and then this person was like, this person hated me for the rest of the 3 years, and yeah, it's difficult as a woman because you know you should like say something, but you don't want to work like in a bad
The mood.
atmosphere.
Yeah. But how did you deal with hate? Like you said this person hated you for 3 years.
Yes.
So how did you deal with that? How did you build up like a strength that this would not touch you or not, you know, not bother you? Like how to learn to not take it personal?
Well, at the beginning, it really bothers me because I'm a very sensitive person. I had to let some time go by so that I could deal with it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you have someone like maybe in your apprenticeship that you could go to, like share it or?
Yes. Actually, I had like a good friend. She was the only female one in the kitchen besides me. So I talked to her, and it was actually her which talked to my chef, my boss, and made this stop because I was really afraid to say anything. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But still, you continued your apprenticeship, and you did it until the end, and you completed it.
Yes.
And did you after continue working in the kitchen?
Yes, I did. I worked for a few years, like seasonal jobs, hotels, like yes, everything. Yeah.
Even though you knew that you need to fight a little bit harder than in other jobs.
Yes, even though because I always loved it to cook, and I love like to work in a kitchen. It's also so much fun. Like you are always laughing. It's not always like these bad experiences. So it's when you're in the kitchen, it's like funny, and yeah, you are always having like a good time. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, you guys, so Ari is from the Dominican Republic. Usually there, they have their chickens. They also kill the chickens there. You also told me that your grandma did this. When I was there, I also really wanted to try this out, you know. And I also was wondering, because I met you, or I know that you launched a weekend cookbook. And I also asked you, but you grew up most probably with, you know, like the soups with the pig feet and then the chickens, and like you grew up. I mean, how I met or how I got to know Dominican Republic is a lot about meat.
Yes, it is.
And you are a vegan chef since almost 12 years.
Yes.
How did that happen, or how does that work?
Well, when I came to Switzerland to my mother, she and her partner, they were working at a butchery. So we always had like a lot of meat at home. So when I moved out from home, I continued to cook a lot of meat, and I really meat was like everything. I really was very excited about it, and it was kind of abnormal. I have to admit. I was cooking someday a pork dish that took many hours. So after cooking this pork dish, I had it on my plate and I look at it, and then I had this thought, like what gives me actually the right to eat this animal, and did I knew where it came from, how it had lived. So I had these thoughts and I couldn't like enjoy my food. And so I told myself I have to inform myself better about what I'm eating, about the consequences of meat. Like I had an apprenticeship, I had like learned a lot of meat, but actually not like where it came from or how it was grown. Like so I started to inform myself. I bought a few books. And then, yeah, it just happened that I lost completely my appetite when I found out about that climate change, that it's like it belongs together, like the meat consumption and climate change. It has had an influence. It has
impact
on it. Yes. So. I didn't want to support this anymore, yeah. Yeah.
And I know you guys from the community who are watching right now, are you guys vegan, or how do you handle that? Maybe you can leave us a comment and after we can also talk about it. That would be really cool. Thank you very much. Yeah, so you showed me your cookbook, and I told you I will try to cook something from that cookbook. And I made a video how I cooked it. So I would like to ask Gustavo to show us the video. How I try at home to implement one of the recipes. Let's have a look. Are you also missing this amazing summer feeling? You know, sipping cocktails in the Caribbean. Very tasty. So I found a lucky number. 69. So hot. It's -2 degrees by the inside. I'm feeling the summer. Okay, so usually I am a meat lover. Caribbean vegan.
It's rated X. That means you're extra, extra, extra.
If you want to know if this dish is successful, I will serve that on Wednesday to Audis. See you soon. Thank you. I'm back in my holiday mood. Yeah, I see a comment from Charlene. Yeah, this video, I also feel it's very funny. You know, I like to laugh about myself. And yeah, I made the video in Zurich in my apartment. And in the cookbook, it's about the jerk sauce with jackfruit, pulled jackfruit. And you know, when I made that sauce, I was like, wow, this ingredient, soy sauce, a little bit sugar, and what is it, vinegar?
Yes,
Timian.
allspice. It's actually very important.
What kind of spice?
Allspice.
Oh, that's the only spice I think I didn't put.
No! This
You know,
is the most important.
yeah, I'm really not good at recipe reading. I really tried, but maybe I was too focused on that. But yeah, I did the sauce and then I tried it. Yeah, and a lot of, for me, a lot of garlic. I mean, I love garlic, but I was like, wow, is there like six garlic pieces we need to put? And when I drank it, I mean, it was so tasty. It was like, oh, so much garlic. But, you know, and I made also a dish out of that. But I presented it a little bit differently because I know usually I'm the hot dog queen. But as at the moment I cannot make it hot, so I thought I will do something else. So in your book, there's also a lot of avocado. Not a lot, actually. I think one dish with avocado. But it also looks very interesting because it's in the oven. So you try this, please.
Oh, wow.
I would like to know what you think about my interpretation of your...
It looks incredible.
Yeah, of the jackfruit. So yeah, it's... no, you try first. You know, Serena, she always needs to try my dishes before, and she said, it's very difficult. I said, yeah, but Aris, she's a chef. She will know how to deal with it. So here, basically, you can see that's the jackfruit before marinated in this jerk sauce that I drank. You like it?
Mm-hmm. It's so delicious, yeah.
Really? You know, this is always the thing when you try something in front of the camera and you see the facial expression, you can really not lie. So I was really looking on your face. Yeah,
Do you like it?
Actually, I didn't try it. Serena tried it. Yeah, you know, many times I cook something, I prepare it, and only after I try, after someone already ate it. I don't know, I just, in my head, I feel, I make the creation in the head, I feel it must kind of taste. And I mean, it's part of your cookbook, so it anyway must taste, right?
It's really delicious, yes.
Thank you. It's with cranberries. Cranberries and the onions, I cooked it with glühwein because, you know, I had so much glühwein from last year, and as this year I have no Christmas markets, I have a lot of glühwein left. And instead of drinking it all myself, I thought I'm going to cook something with it. And with roasted...
pumpkin seeds.
Exactly, pumpkin seeds. And yeah, that's the creation. And then I also did the Jamaican black cake. You know why it's called black cake? Because it's actually black. My cake is brown. So I don't know. Something happened here. But yeah, you try. I also made a little bit my own version. You know, today I baked the cake and I took it out and I read the recipe again and I was like, actually it's written black cake, so.
And you use molasses?
Yes, okay. Molasses, I think it was molasses that I used.
Mm-hmm.
But this one also I added some coffee.
It's
Yeah, this I also didn't try.
it's a little bit like a tiramisu. And you soak the fruits in rum.
Also in glühwein, because I really have a lot of glühwein. If anyone of you guys wants to come have a sip of glühwein, I have a lot. You just come by. I have so much glühwein. I maybe bring Gustavo glühwein next time. Okay, wait, we quickly have to... Where can we buy the book? Aris, where can they buy the book? After we'll talk about more about the book, but where can they buy the book?
Well, actually, you can buy the book at every bookstore or online or on Amazon. The book is in German, so you can only buy it in Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. So the English version is coming.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And the next one is you launch your own cookbook, a vegan cookbook. Why vegan? Is it enough for you, your body? Okay, yeah, this is a very good question. We will also go deeper in that. And I'm thinking about going vegan. I'm just worried that I won't get all the essential vitamins my body needs, like B12 or calcium. When I'm on a vegan, I think I need the glasses, man, in my eyes. Do you have any tips on what I should consider when eating vegan? Yes, this is where we also go into that more. Can you recommend vegan food that contains a lot of vitamins? Charlene, cool, I need English version. Okay. And then I think Shirley also wrote something. Is that correct? Something about vegan, right? Gustavo, did I see this correct? Do you only drink vegan wine? No, this was... Do you have kids? If yes, do you raise them vegan? Oh. Or do you plan to do that when you have kids? That's really interesting. Shit, I cannot answer all the questions at the same time. Okay, we take it step by step. When I have a lot of work and I was like, what? Okay, step by step. So, the vegan cookbook, I have to say, when I saw your vegan cookbook, it was the first time I felt motivated to try to cook vegan. Because I always felt, how can I just eat beans, you know? So that's maybe also these questions that we can include in that. So how can you cook? Because I feel you look very healthy. Many people, they eat vegan and I feel they don't look healthy. So how can you have a healthy vegan, how do you eat and cook healthy vegan food, which includes everything?
Well, I think the most important is to have like a diverse diet. Not always eat like the same food, like always eating pasta or rice, like eating enough vegetables. You can like combine certain foods like rice and beans, for example, what you also like very much. And from certain combinations like also corn and beans. And you can have a look at those combinations. You can have like more protein from these foods. Like if you combine your food well, like you will get the more out of the food. There are for people who have like always problems with iron. Like I'm one of those persons. I had iron in problems since I was a child. So I'm always like having my blood controlled to see if I have enough and anything. So interesting, since I'm vegan, I have less problems with iron than before.
Okay.
Yes.
And where would you say you get the source? Because Maria, I think she asked how to get the B12.
Okay, B12, this is like something you need to get extra. Like I have a spray which I use a few times a week. I just spray once and I have like enough B12. I didn't have ever like not enough B12. A thing is B12, you can have like not enough B12 if you eat too much meat. Like in my family, there are several persons who have like problems with their B12 because they eat too much pork. Like this is a vitamin you absorb from your gut. So if you're only eating meat and not enough vegetables, you won't absorb like your vitamins. That's
Okay.
like a problem, yes.
Okay. And then the question from Shirley, she asked if you don't have kids, right?
No, I don't have kids.
If you had kids, would you raise them vegan?
Yes, I think so, because after the informations I know, I just want the best for my kids. So that's why I would raise them vegan.
Okay. I think, Michelle, how long did it take you to make the cookbook? Okay, this is after the question. We could go into how to launch the book. Michelle, I want to try it. You should try it. It's so interesting, actually, this book, I have to really say. Yeah, then cool, would like to have this book. Yeah, maybe after Aris, maybe after we can, I don't know, maybe I can talk with her and have a special deal for the show that you can buy it directly. You could twint me, of course I'm gonna give it to her and with the address, but we can go to that after. I don't know, in the meantime she can think about that. Okay, I would also actually like to know, when you eat vegan, do you also have a vegan lifestyle? Like what, and if you have a vegan lifestyle, what includes a vegan lifestyle? What are you focusing on to do or not to do when having a vegan lifestyle?
Yes, besides eating vegan, I also walk vegan, I sleep vegan.
You sleep vegan? How
Yes.
you sleep vegan?
Like,
You mean the blankets and all this?
Yes, yes.
Oh, shit,
like,
I thought
don't
it was
want-
a joke, but actually, I'm sorry, it makes actually sense.
I don't want any feathers,
I'm like, how does the vegan sleep?
any dead feathers in my bed.
But yeah, this is, this is really, I have to be very honest, I don't know so much about, I'm not so conscious about everything that actually includes vegan. So please, go ahead, tell me again about the blanket.
Well, not only the blankets, but also the jackets. The winter jackets, you always have like a lot with feathers inside, and you have like leather everywhere, the shoes, the jackets. So I wouldn't buy leather for me anymore because I don't want to support it anymore. Yes.
And would you say vegan is almost like the same, like, my God, I forgot the word, about sustainable? Would you put it on a scale on the same, like if you're vegan, you're sustainable? Kind of, not using plastic and all this reusable packaging. Would you put it, if you're vegan, you're automatically more sustainable? Or if you or have a vegan lifestyle, you also have a sustainable lifestyle? Or, how do you connect that?
Well, it is a part of this sustainability, but you can also be vegan and travel like the whole world. Yes, but I think it is like a better way of being more sustainable, because when we think about like a random family of 4 persons, like the greenhouse emissions they made just from eating meat is more than they would made from driving 2 cars. But we always concentrate in politics like on these cars issues, and rather than on meat, which is like so much impact on the I'm sorry, on the environment. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, I quickly will check. Can you suggest documentaries that would help me to go vegan and give me some insights? You have something that we can, or you can tell them that something they should watch, or
yes, if you can get like the book Eating Animals from Jonathan Safran Foer, you will see a lot of how this animal keeping, how they are living. If you wanna see more, if you wanna know more about the health issues from veganism, I would recommend you the book The China Studies. Like this was the biggest study made with foods ever. And if you are like a visual person, there are like many movies. You have probably heard of Earthlings. Like this is like a very harsh movie, so if you are very sensitive, don't watch it. There is Conspiracy. There are so many movies right now on Netflix, or YouTube, everywhere. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. After we can still go into more questions about being vegan and vegan food, because I see also really a lot of questions about how to launch a book.
Okay.
So yeah, because also this is, you're self-employed, and you also said you're actually recently self-employed. Recently, beginning of this year. Yes. So you became independent in January, when we still thought this world is everything okay. It's gonna be an amazing year. We're gonna get super rich. And so I feel you had a lot of courage, and then I thought you did it before already, but you said you were half self-employed.
Yes.
And then you really did it in January.
Yes, like I was half part employed, and it's always so difficult, like to have this energy after working for to work on your own business. So I decided, no, I just want to focus. I want to give me 1 year, so I save a little bit money, the so-called fuck you money.
Yes.
So that I just could survive 1 year, no matter what. So it was actually cool, because I had like a lot of things that I planned to do, and then COVID came. But I don't regret it. I don't regret it. Yes.
So okay, you had the fuck you money. May I also know?
Yes.
Did you read this book from this Dobelli when he talks about the fuck you money?
Yeah.
This is a good book. My father always laughs about it, but I have to say there are some good points, especially the fuck you money. So the ones who don't know what fuck you money is. Fuck you money is the money you have aside that you can say fuck you to whatever you don't want. If you're in a job right now, you don't like your job, you want to say fuck you, you first need to have the money that you can feel enough secure that you know you can pay, because we need to pay the rent, we need to pay the bills. You know, in Switzerland, if we don't pay, there's just more bills coming up until, yeah, I don't know until when. Exactly, until the water is like here. So when you have it, I say it again, this nice word, the fuck you money, you are basically free. May I ask you, how much for you is fuck you money?
Well, I have to say, like, I live like in a shared flat. Like, I don't need so much money, so I'm not that kind of girl who is always buying clothes. So I just said I need like one normal salary, like 1 year salary of 70%. That was what I was doing before. So it sounds like not much, but like 20,000 francs.
So you would say for one whole year you can live with 20,000 francs?
Yes, like I had like other things to do, so I knew like a little bit money would come, but
Yeah.
it was like just for rent, to pay my insurance, and yes.
Because I feel this is very interesting and very important for you guys if you're thinking of becoming self-employed. I have to say I would also consider I can sleep better if I know I have more or less also this amount. It's just always there. No matter what is going to happen, you just feel, you know, when you have to take decisions under pressure, money pressure is very difficult. It's very difficult to be creative, to focus to what you really want, and then the first good opportunity will come and you just take it because you're like, oh, I need the money. But if you have the fucking money, you can more easily like, you know what, I will sleep over it. I mean, yeah, and I think it's also nice that you say, you know what, the deadline is 1 year. But 1 year you go all in. And you did.
Yes.
I mean, you launched your book and you also had a pop-up
Yes.
restaurant in Simply Soup.
Yes, yes.
And how did that go?
During the summer, it was actually very good. I was very afraid of COVID, that the people wouldn't come, but I had like full house every day. I was very surprised. It went very well. So I think the people have to eat,
Yeah.
if COVID is here or not.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a good thing to do.
And because you also cooked things from your cookbook, right?
Yes,
And the cookbook, you launched it before the pop-up or after the pop-up?
after the pop-up.
After the pop-up, okay. And so you told me you needed 1 year to write the book,
Yes.
to write it, to make the recipes, take the pictures,
Yes.
everything.
Yes.
Okay, and then to finally launch it, how much? How much time?
Well, the publisher must to find like a date, because you can't like publish a book like, I will publish it today. So there are like several times when you can publish like a book and when not. Like on fall is this like big fair, a book fair, and or there is this during spring. So I was like ready before, but they didn't have like a more place like for launching another book on spring. So I had to wait until fall.
But why can you not just decide you launch when you want to launch?
Because it's the publisher who decides, and there are a lot of people involved. Also, not only the publishers, like the people who are buying the book, are bringing the book in the bookstores. So they have the system, and it's like that, yeah.
Okay. For the ones who are joining in new, I just would like to repeat, we are here with the Fenomenals, the platform for self-employed and independent women, and we're here with Aris. She launched her cookbook, and she's independent, and she is a vegan chef. Right now we talk about the book that she launched and how long it needs to launch a book with the publisher, and how much money did you invest to launch your own book?
Well,
What is the budget?
It depends. It depends on what you can do by your own. If you can photograph by yourself, or if you can like do graphic design by yourself, it depends. But before I had like a publisher, and this publisher told me like I need to bring my own photos. But I wasn't insecure because I'm not a photographer. So I hired a friend who did the pictures. And yes, after all that, like I found another publisher because I was not very happy with the first one, and I had like everything, like the photos, so I didn't have to invest like any money on the second publisher, but for the first publisher I had to invest money. So it really depends on the publisher, yeah.
Could you give, I don't know, because I know, for example, Michelle's friend, she wrote a book about traveling and about launching, like how to choose a good publisher. What is important that you know it's a good publisher?
Well, I think you have to like the books they made. I think this is like very important. Like always go to their website and and look what kind of books they have. So for me, it was very important to find like a publisher who makes cookbooks. Since there are like not many publishers in Switzerland, the list was not very long. So so it was not very hard. But I think if the list is longer, so you have more possibilities. So go for it.
Okay, so you would say if you see that this publisher has books that you can identify yourself with, then you would say okay.
Yes. Well, if you want something, you have to give them something in advance, like make like an example chapter. You can put your own pictures inside and make the recipes, like show them what they might expect, you know, so that they get a feeling for your book, for you, and not only here's a person who has a dream, so here's a person who is like really, really serious about it. That's what I did, and yeah, I think that helps. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Maria H, have you written your book on your own? How did you find the publisher? Okay, this is where we talk. Maria, I hope we answered your questions. Otherwise, please ask again. Emily, can you also write a book about living vegan? Oh, that would be very interesting. Or even a blog, maybe. I don't know.
I think there are like many books.
No, you.
Me, okay.
I mean, I don't know. If you have time, I don't know. But I feel it's a cool idea.
Maybe next.
Charlene, or maybe share with us how is it living vegan now? Yes, it would be interesting. Very okay. We stick to the book a little bit longer, and then we can go in that topic maybe one more time. And then let's see, Michelle. I also hope we could answer your question. Any more questions? What does soul food mean to you? This sounds almost like Jessica. Yeah, this is actually interesting. Maybe with the book, I don't know. Would you want to say a last thing about the book, about the writing, or something you would really want to share? Like, because the Fenomenals is to make an impact, to share stories, so that other people, or mostly women, would not need to go through the same struggles, because they could learn from you. So if there's something you would like to share, very important for you, that you would seriously never do again for a book, for example.
Yes, I think like I was very afraid of doing this because of being afraid. I always thought like, oh, maybe I'm insecure or something, but I really learned that if you are not afraid of doing a thing, like you don't care about this thing really. So I think it's important to let this feeling happen, to be afraid of finding a publisher, of doing that, of doing this. So this means you really care and you should go on. So because I always felt bad of being afraid and I didn't recognize the energy that this has. So I want to give this advice, like, be afraid.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. Yeah, I once saw a quote like, if you would be afraid of the vision, then the vision would not come to you. So you have a vision because the vision must come to you.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, this is nice. This is cool. Yeah, be afraid, but do it. Yeah, and if you have 20,000, fuck you money, you go for it.
Bye bye.
And then Lisa asked about your book. How much time did you invest in launching your book? Yeah, there he said, I think half a year, right? Okay, and then did you have to adapt a lot in your book, your writing or layout because the publisher? Oh yeah, that's interesting. Did you change something with the publisher said no, not that way, or?
Well, they always have like their opinion on what goes well and what don't. So they told me like maybe you have to improve here your writing a little bit more, or we don't understand this like you understand it. So yes, there is always things to do.
And is it difficult? Was it difficult for you to accept it? Because I know for me it would be like, I want to do it that way.
Well, it was like not difficult. It was just a time like, hey, Aris, can you change the whole this whole site because we need it tomorrow. Like, can you do it in 2 hours? So these are the kind of things where where you are very insecure if you have to do something fast. Mm-hmm. But yeah, everything went good out. Yeah.
And so could you? What is the book? How much you sell the book right now?
It's 34.50, I think. Yeah.
And could you make a special price for the show now?
Yes, of course. Yes.
Because yeah, if you guys want, if she's gonna make a special price, you could buy it right now. You could send the cost via Twint. We can put in my number. You can Twint to me with your address, please, because then I will, of course, transfer to her, and then she could send you the book, right?
Yes, of course.
With a signature. Give the book your signature.
Yes.
Of course. Yeah, guys, so, Aris, can you offer for what would be the special deal?
So, with signature, send it to your home by a post. Let's say 30 francs today.
That is really cool. With sending it, because sending usually costs already sending about 9 francs or 10, I think.
Yes.
And the signature, I mean, this doesn't have a price. I mean, how could you pay that, right? So, yeah, think about it, guys. 5 minutes before we finish, I will announce it again. And right now, I don't have a battery on my phone, so I cannot see who sent it, but we will anyway see it after. You can also write it in the chat that you're buying one. And yeah, this is a special offer only now during the show, 30 francs, sending it a post with a signature. Okay, so to go slowly towards the end. So we have one question from Lisa. Soul food. Would you say soul food is only like unhealthy food, or can soul food be also healthy?
Well, soul food, I have to say soul food is for me maybe something different than for you. Because soul food is actually the food from the slaves during the colonization time. Everything who was associated to black people was always called soul. So these chefs, these soul food chefs, there were slaves from Africa who were brought to the Caribbean, where they gained like knowledge about the Caribbean food and the spices, and took this knowledge and went to America. And so this has something for me to do, not directly, but it also has to do with my origin, because there is so much information who is gone, but not gone forever. There are maybe in other places. So that's why I choose the soul food for me as not only the comforting food who makes you happy. I chose it for me as a historical thing, yeah.
That was very, very, very nicely said.
Thank you.
That I feel this question is like so much deeper now. This is really nice because, you know, my company is called Happy Souls. Yeah, I need to think about your answer. That is really nice. My number, Gustavo, can we put my number somewhere? Can we type it? Ah, it's there. You see it. Twint, the number, 30 francs. Only now, the offer.
30 or 300.
30 or 300, yeah. Okay, then, but could you still keep your style writing? Yeah. Maybe you could answer this. Yes, with the publisher. Okay. I think right now this is the questions I can see. If you have any more questions, type it in now. Yeah, and soon you will go home.
Yes.
You will go home to the Caribbean, and you will see your mom after 4 years, right?
Yes. My mom, my dad, cousins, my nieces. Yeah.
And are you cooking when you are there, when you're home, or is it being cooked for you?
They cook for me, so I'm on holiday. But yeah, this year I plan to cook something on Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Vegan, I would
Yes,
say.
of course. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, this is the last moment. You have 2 more minutes until 3:50 to order the book. YMI phone number. It's 079-614-2011. And yeah, order that book. 2 more minutes, I would say. Lisa, what is the impact you want to make?
The impact I want to make is that the people get more sensitive about our environment, about our planet. We only have one planet, and we are already using much more than we are producing, and this is so sad. I want the people just to be a little bit more sensitive when it comes to climate change, sustainability. Yeah.
Cool. Yes, thank you. And Lisa is very active with her questions. This is really cool. Thank you very much, Lisa. The question is is there a difference between eating vegan and eating healthy?
Yes, of course. Like you can be vegan and it's very unhealthy, like
Yeah.
chips and sugar.
And what about all the nuts? Like cashew cakes. I mean, if you eat a ton of these
yeah, of
raw
course.
cashew cakes, I mean,
Yeah, and cashews are all a very precious thing. Like one kernel of the cashew, this is actually one big fruit. This is a thing people don't realize when they use like 200 cashews in their dishes. So yeah, we have to, not only with meat, also with vegan food, with everything, we have to be grateful for what we have and try to use only what we need. Yeah.
that's nicely said. Thank you. And then nowadays, Jolene, sustainability is an important term and is particularly present in relation to consumer behavior. To what extent can we, you and I, as well as all viewers, counteract with high-end consumption? Oh my God, this sounds so difficult, these questions. What role does veganism play there? Do you understand?
From which university came this question?
Yeah, it's about the sustainability. Actually, what we talked a little bit before, like when you're vegan, are you automatically also sustainable? You know that.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So basically, it's also good for me to understand if I understood correctly. So basically, if you're vegan, but serious vegan, not only eating cashew nuts, but actually vegan with also the blankets and the jackets and no leather, then we actually can be sustainable.
Yes.
And actually save the planet. And this is actually the impact you want to do with your knowledge and your cookbook.
Well said.
Cool. Josh, I bought the book. Congratulations. Okay,
Thank
the
you.
last question. And yeah, we're already in 51, so maybe 1 more minute to buy the book. Can we ask your age? Oh my God, what question is that? But maybe we
Oh
can.
my gosh. Yes. I'm 34
34.
years young.
And you got independent with 33.
Yes.
Nice. Okay, guys, I don't know. Anything you want to, the last thing you want to say?
Thank you so much for being here and asking your questions. This is.
Oh, maybe where can we see you next? Do you have a next project, a pop-up, cooking class, something?
Well, yes, the cooking classes are gonna be next year. Yeah, I stop it now because I had to go on quarantine a few times.
Because we have to hit
yeah.
hit the middle.
So yes, at the moment, right now, no, but in future, yes, cooking classes. I'm planning actually a new pop-up. It's not like settled down, but I will let you know on Instagram, on my website. Yes, there is something coming.
And the website is Soul Food by Aris.
It's actually by aris.ch.
Okay, by aris.ch, and in Instagram,
Soul Food by Aris.
Soul Food by Aris. Okay, yeah, check it out there. Also, in our Phenomenals, we are going to write a blog about Aris and also link her page there. I want to have your signature in the book. Yes, Josh, you will get the signature in the book. You just write your address. You can also write it even on my phone, on my number. And then, okay, Josh, are Bayer products in the supermarket always sustainable?
No.
Josh is very active. What is your Instagram handle? Love handle?
It's soul_food_by_Aris.
Okay, yeah, that was actually the products always sustainable. The Bayer products. Is this, are Bayer products in the supermarket always sustainable?
It depends. If you buy like organic apples from New Zealand in Switzerland, I don't believe it's sustainable.
Yes. No, but yeah, thank you very much for watching. We are going to stop here. Really cool. Thank you very much for all the questions. You can also check out the Phenomenals. We always have very interesting women here to present their work, what they do, their impact, how to start businesses, how to handle the things. And yeah, if you have more questions, I'm sure Aris is happy to answer them via Instagram or write her an email. And she's gonna sign all the books. Thanks for purchasing the book. I can really tell you the book is really cool. I really am a meat lover, I have to say, but I have more now these creative thoughts to actually also implement more vegan kitchen and to try the cake again because it should be black. Thank you very much. Really cool for having you here.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for the phenomenal community. See you next time. Thank you very much and have a great afternoon. Cheers.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.